Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Miss Tink. That's M-I-C-C, not M-I-S-S. You already know the channel's Natural Pulses TV. Apologize about the tardiness of the video. Had some shit I had to handle first, and I had some prior engagements. If you're on my Instagram and on Facebook, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, as you can see in the description box below, we're here to talk about none other than The Circle, Atlanta Season 1, Episode 11, The Retreat. Episode was good as always, and I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Let's get there. All right, so first things first, love the intro to the music, straight up. I was like, all right, with the bounce music, okay. I was like, oh, my little booty, you know what I'm saying? You know, little booties matter. I enjoyed that part, but then we got back to the ice skating incident as far as between Tevin and Millie B or whatever, and you know, it calmed down a little bit. Alyssa was like, baby, I thought we was gonna get kicked out. Okay, nigga shit, but you know. And she just was like, look, I invited everybody out to come ice skating because I've been going through, you know, my good friend just passed away, went on to glory, and I'm trying to get my mind off of that. I ain't come here for the bullshit. I'm just saying. And I felt bad for Alyssa. I really did, because at the end of the day, it was her event, her mind somewhere else, and things just, when liquor gets involved, hand movements get involved, emotions, yeah, I'm just saying. But, you know, I mean, again, Eugene separated Millie B and Tevin. Tevin outside talking to the rest of the crew with Alyssa, Cash, and Dante. And we see, of course, Eugene, Millie B, and Martell Star at large, you know, they're inside. So they're trying to basically air out their differences and how they felt or whatever. We hear Tevin's side, how he felt. We hear Millie B's side, shading the fuck out of Tevin at the same time. Millie B is shade. I love his shade. I'm sorry, look. I love Millie B shade. I just be like, but baby, go ahead, Millie B, with your damn shade. Talk about your hair sprayed all. Talking about we gonna have a real conversation where you take your real hair down. And again, I know I ain't saying word by word, but that I was like, damn, Millie. That's just my feel, y'all. But anyway, so after they speak their piece in their own two little separate groups, you know, we see pretty much Alyssa brings up the whole voice message that Jewel sent to her, and Alyssa stated that, you know, she wasn't crying over the message. She's crying over everything that's going on as far as losing her friend, which I understand. You know, emotions on top of emotions on top of emotions. When you're grieving, it just comes out. So I understand that. But when they played the voice recording, because at first when she heard it, apparently Alyssa was like, oh, okay, because she wasn't worried about that when she got it the first time. But then I guess Jewel sent another one, or maybe I probably misheard, but when she replayed it, I was just like, damn. Because apparently, like Eugene was saying, maybe Jewel stated something. No, not Stowe stated something. Maybe Jewel basically told them another way, but when it actually, or should I say the message actually reached Alyssa, it was differently. We don't know. Because one minute Jewel was saying in the last episode she told her beforehand, and now Alyssa is saying like she just got the message. So we don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just going by what I see. So obviously Jewel said something else and did another from that scene. But when everybody else came together, whatever, of course, Millie B was the last one, because, you know, he had to get his calm down, because he even told, you know, Martell Star at large, look, even when me and you had beef, I never disrespected you. He hit him with the Khalees bout, said, you may not like me, but you will respect me. I was like, ooh, all right, take it back to Khalees bout said. Okay. But anyways, so when they all meet or whatever, then they play the recording. I'm sorry, Jewel, baby, I was not feeling that recording. Some people say, okay, you being honest, you being real, I understand you telling the truth. Truth is not meant to be pretty, you know, called ugly truth. But Jewel, you didn't have to say all that. You could have just said, I'm not inviting you to my event. But the fact that you sat up here and said that I'm not inviting you because these are black and this is, you know, just a black audience, like, you ain't had to do all that. I'm sorry, just not invite the girl. Just not invite her. Like, it still was stupid to not invite her. At the end of the day, this could have been an educational moment for, you know, for Alyssa. I'm just saying. But, you know, everybody was like stunned. Because even Tevin was basically letting it be known, like, Jewel is her own person. You know, she gonna always be. But even Tevin was disappointed when he heard the recording. And Martell Star at large was even blown away too. Like, well, damn, bitch. I mean, you said this, but that's what you actually said, especially when they heard the voice recording, because that was your voice, Jewel. Martell was like, look, I'm not trying to jump in for my friend, but I'm going to talk to Alyssa on the side. She, you know, she my girl and all this, so, but I didn't know that she said this to you. And I'm just summarizing, of course. So, yeah, I feel like Martell did right by pulling Alyssa to the side and let it be known, like, I think you should have a conversation with her, because Alyssa should have a conversation with Jewel. Have a face-to-face conversation with Jewel. Tell her how you felt at the same time, but Jewel, you was out of line, made that girl cry, and she already going through so much. Like, I felt bad for Alyssa, because you can't tell somebody how to grieve, and everybody has different emotions. But I'm sorry, like, Jewel, that was a ball drop moment for me, where you could at least, like, basically opened up the door to Alyssa learning something new. You never know if she probably didn't even really know that much about the Harlem Renaissance. I don't know, but the fact that you just excluded her from that, I felt where Millie was coming from. Yeah, we Black, it's our culture, but to exclude someone, especially if they're not Caucasian and they're fighting a good fight for trans women of all color, I'm just saying, Jewel, that was out of line. That's just my opinion. Y'all can agree or disagree with me, but that is my opinion. So, anyways, let's get on to some more shit. All right, so after the whole thing with Alyssa and the voice recording, we also did get to see Tevin and Millie B have a conversation, and they lukewarm. They ain't 100, they ain't cool, but at least they was able to have some dialogue between each other and be like, okay, look, I did this. All right, let's just agree to disagree. Let's hug it out. We cool. Just, you know, I took it to 100 real quick, how Millie felt, and Tevin did too. They are their own individual. They have their own feelings, but at least they was able to talk it out at the end of the day and come together like civil adults. So shout out to them on that, but we already know they ain't cool, because Millie B still be shading the fuck out of Tevin. It'd be funny though, I'm sorry, but you know, it is what it is. We get to these circle chat conversations. We had like 3 or 4 of them, and we had an unseen one too that I was like, well, damn. The first one we see is where Martell started large, Dante and then Tevin are talking, and then that's when Alyssa chimes in. Alyssa is on her way to the funeral for her good girl, you know, Miss Monica Van Pelt, you know, may she rest in peace, you know, and she just basically spoke her piece on how she felt. Of course, Millie B gets into the conversation as well, and they all just have a group conversation, and I felt where Alyssa was coming from. I am very happy to see that she was the bigger person in this situation as far as how she felt, and the fact that even the cast was like, well, look, I understand how you feel. You should definitely have a conversation with Jewel, because we already know Ted is about clarity, which I agree in this sense that they need to have a one-on-one conversation so that way Jewel can know exactly how Alyssa felt. But as far as a group conversation about this, I agree with that too, because y'all got so many different races and ethnicities of audiences watching this show as far as the Circle Atlanta, and that does look bad. That Jewel, you excluded her, and she is a fellow trans woman, and she's fighting a good fight for not just her race, but all melanin shades, all minorities, especially in the trans and LGBTQIA community. You know, like, I agree as far as having a group conversation, because Jewel, that did not make you look cute, and you don't know what, as far as your message, even though it was to Alyssa, it probably triggered so many other different audiences that watch this show and that love this show as well too. That's just my opinion. Y'all could agree to disagree or not agree. I just felt definitely a group conversation, because y'all got so many different races watching this show, and like, for real, Jewel, that was not cute. May Miss Monica Van Pelt, may she rest in peace, you know, she on the way to glory to God, you know. And I love how they did a backstory as far as we got to see Monica Van Pelt and Alyssa doing this PSA and basically letting the community know, or should I say showing us the work that they have done, even though it's a little bit, but the work that they have done as far as getting equality and standing up against racism against the transgender community. So I enjoyed watching that snippet of them having that conversation of what they was doing as far as earlier in the year. I forgot the hashtag of the show, but it was nice to see that as well too. So again, my condolences to you, Alyssa. And again, I just pray that you still staying strong, which I'm sure you are, girl, and getting through it. So, and of course, condolences to Monica Van Pelt family and friends as well in the community. So definitely want to put that out there. Then we get on to the other conversation where Mulatto and Millie B are talking, and Millie B basically let Mulatto know what Jewel did, and Mulatto's like, what the fuck, are you serious? And I would have the same reaction that Mulatto had as well too, you know, like this. Like, for real, like, you try to call Millie B transphobic, but then you do this to another fellow transgender woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless if she's high yellow, regardless if she's Mexican or not, she's still a part of the minority group. I'm sorry. I did not like that, Jewel. You beautiful. I like you, girl. But I ain't like that. I'm just saying, I gotta call a spade. That wasn't cute. But, you know, then that's when Millie B gets on to what happened between him and Tevin or whatever, and just kept shading the fuck out of Tevin. Paint on his edges, I'm sorry. But then they also show the backstory as far as how Millie B feels about the whole hands in his face from the Circle New York, which I did not review. So we saw some clips of that as well, how he interacted with that. He's not really a hand person. So in a sense, from the clips that they showed, he kept that same energy with Tevin. I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, he did. And then that's when we hear about Mulatto has been sick, and I'm glad she's feeling better. But of course, her and her wife are going to be at the retreat. So we're going to see how this goes down. But that was that conversation. We saw the unseen footage of Rico, Dante, Mulatto, and Millie B coming together. And baby, Rico was not here for the shit. He let it be known, I don't fuck with Jewel. I don't like that bitch. No. And at the same time, I understand but I understand where Rico is coming from, because, you know, Rico and Alyssa both have a relationship off this show too. This is not their first time meeting. And at the same time, how you gonna sit up here and come to this girl event like that? You was at her DJ event, so you good enough to go to hers, but you can't invite her to yours. And they was all cool. Like, even Alyssa did say that she was, you know, wanting to know more about you. That was a missed opportunity, Jewel. And I felt where Rico was coming from. Like, that shit was totally out of line. Mulatto, you wrong as hell, shading Jewel, talking about what career. You wrong, girl. Stop, okay? She has a career in her own right. Stop it. But, you know, I felt as far as where Rico was coming from, he ain't fucking with her, and they all understand that too, you know. And Jewel, baby, we gonna see how you know, get out of this. But now I see, as far as what they show, as far as the clips of the reunion, now I see where it stems from. So, I'm just saying. But anyways, let's get to some more shit. All right, so I did forget one circle conversation before we get to the retreat part. It was Millie B, Martell Star, Large, Tevin, and Jewel. I missed that one in my last little clip or whatever. They all had a conversation. We found out that Martell Star Large is not going. He's going to be in the mountains with his booze, you know what I'm saying? And then that's where we find out that Jewel takes it upon herself, because they can all bring a +1, and Martell Star is not going to be there, that she's going to invite B-Hawk. Why? Already starting shit. Okay. And then, of course, they talk about the backstory. Apparently, it was some issues back in the Circle, New York. I did not watch that season, so I can't say verbatim. But from the clips I've seen, Jewel, that was not cute. Like, I'm sorry. That my whole face was Martell face. Like, bitch, you serious? Okay. But, yeah, that's who she's going to bring to the retreat. And I'm just like, all right, cool, okay. You know, it's 2 hours before the retreat anyways, when they was doing these conversations. So, you know, Tevin speaks on how he feel bad about letting Martell Star at Large take him there. Not Martell, Millie B take him there. And, you know, I mean, everybody blows up sometimes. At the end of the day, you know, control your emotions, be able to have a conversation. But that's pretty much what happened in their thing. I was just, part that I took out of it was the fact that Jewel actually is going to invite B-Hawk, when you know B-Hawk and Millie B don't like each other. That's messy, but okay, I guess storyline. I don't know, but whatever. We get to the retreat, and I'm sorry, this retreat scene, I felt like I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just, you know, the LGBTQIA version, the web series version. Because first, Cash gets there, and we see all the rooms. Everybody's paired up. Julie and Martell are paired up. Eugene and Megabody are paired up. Tevin and Dante are paired up, and Cash and Millie B are paired up. Now, I like the rooms. I thought it was really cute. The color schemes, everything looked really, really nice house, a really nice Airbnb, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't see nothing wrong with the room choices. I mean, of course, you know, Cash and Millie B are really good friends. We see their budding relationship throughout the episode, so that was nice. Eugene and Megabody, too. Tevin and Dante, I don't see why. And, of course, Jewel and Martell Star Large, which Martell won't be there, so it would be Jewel and B-Hawk. And Mulatto and her wife, they're coming for the festivities, but they're staying somewhere else. So, okay, cool. I'm just saying, you know. After Cash basically lets Millie B know that they're going to be rooming together, that's when we see Dante show up. And Dante doing the whole little room thing, and that's when he sees the name, and he is basically not feeling the fact that that him and Tevin are in the same room together. And I'm like, okay, but why? You know, I mean, I feel like Dante just trying to fuck around. He's trying to be room with someone he have a connection with so he can get some. Because, of course, Tevin tried to hit on Dante in the first episode and didn't go nowhere. But my thing is this. For you to be wondering about Millie B and Cash, why are you worried about it? Like, you talking about dating, you know, apparently Millie B likes everybody. No, do you like everybody, Dante? I'm just saying because from what I've seen, I don't see Cash and Millie B fucking around. I see that they're actually just really good friends. But my thing is, Dante, why are you worried about it? Why are you worried about it? Did you have this conversation with Millie B? Did you tell him how you felt about him or something? Maybe I missed something, but why are you worried about it? That's just, you said it on the show. So I don't understand why you worried about it. I guess because the night before at the ice skating rink where y'all was cool and talking, whatever, maybe that was like, okay, well, and now that you see that Cash and Millie B are in the same room, you feel some type of way. I didn't understand all of that, but whatever, I guess. Dante switches the room because he doesn't want to room with Tevin. He wants to room with, believe he's going to room with Eugene first, and then he switched it to Megabody. Now, as everybody else is showing up, because Millie B showed up, I don't think he showed up in this episode. Jewel and B Hawk showed up last week. I'm going to get to that. It was all cool. But once Megabody arrived and Eugene arrived, it was an issue with the room changes. I was like, ooh, Megabody, like, who you trying to have a connection with? It seemed like you trying to have a connection with someone. I ain't trying to have no connection with you because at first, you know, he switched as far as his room. Dante switched as far as he wanted to be with Megabody and put Eugene and Tevin together. I mean, everybody else wasn't really tripping about it as far as a room is a room, but Megabody was like, bitch, why are you switching shit? Like, are you serious? And Dante like, okay, and I did it. You should have been here early. And I'm with Megabody. I didn't know I had to be here early to pick rooms when it was already pre-assigned. Like, come on now. I mean, it was really nothing, but I understand where Megabody was coming from, too. And Cash said to be known, look, y'all ain't changing my room. I'm cool. And they go back and forth like, bitch, if I want to change, yeah, whatever. I'm just saying. Then he shaded the fuck out of Jewel, talking about you and Jewel gonna put a spell on me, I guess. Eugene over it. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm here to cool and mingle with everybody. I just want us to come together as a circle, as a group. So let me just sage this whole damn house to get all this damn negativity out of here. I don't blame him. Eugene sages the house, using Mulatto and her wife, you know, to get up to them top places. And that's when Megabody's like, let's just have a drink. Because Megabody really did feel some type of way, which I don't blame him, but Dante didn't give a fuck. And Mulatto like, all right, y'all, I understand all this, but where's Millie B at? I'm ready to get to some shit. Cash over there directing porn. We hear the moans and stuff. Go ahead with your editing, your porn stuff. You know, it wouldn't be Cash without no porn. And then, last but not least, so everybody's chilling and talking and mingling, because we already know Martell Star at Large going to be with his booze. Jules shows up with B-Hawk. And I was Mulatto's face, like, and then she's let it be known in the damn confessionals, you producers, y'all wrong for that. Hell yeah, y'all wrong for that. This is going to be very interesting. Everybody like, I heard this name B-Hawk, but Mulatto already know what time it is. We gonna see how that goes, because I don't believe Tevin even showed up yet, but Jewel, you inviting B-Hawk, and B-Hawk, you saying okay to this? Yeah, y'all wanted to start some drama for a storyline. That's how I feel. But I could be wrong. But the next episode gonna be lit. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the next episode, especially when Millie B arrive. Okay? But anyways, y'all, I'm Miss Tink. That's M-I-C-C, not M-I-S-S. You already know the channel is Natural Pulses TV. Y'all have a blessed one. And until next time, deuces. Bye.